This work started as during my master's thesis and has continued throughout my PhD thesis in as a scientific project, and has started to evolve into also an entrepreneurial project and a spin-off of Instituto Telecomunicações. And our road in the past 6 months has been focused on making that journey and that transition. It was always the initial idea to make a product that could be used by people, and to consider a holistic development approach, to combine software and hardware development also in a way that had usability in mind. So as a background, Lampsy is a seizure detection device. It detects epileptic seizures. Epilepsy is a very serious disease that can cause epileptic seizures that can be fatal, but 86% of nocturnal seizures go unnoticed. And so we developed Lampsy, which is a device that's integrated into the person's home. It's built into a lamp, and so it's seamlessly incorporated into people's daily environment. And it's been patent protected with Instituto Telecomunicações and Instituto Superior Técnico, it's been patent protected with a patent granted in Portugal, and an international patent pending. And it uses an algorithm based on advanced computer vision and AI to detect over 99% of seizures, so that we can alert caregivers when dangerous seizure episodes happen and potentially save lives. And we've been transitioning from a scientific project to an entrepreneurial project, and throughout that road we are now incubated in Startup Lisboa, and we have started applying for these awards, and we're very fortunate to have won in the past to have won the awards at Técnico last year. We participated in the Lab to Market acceleration program at Técnico as well, and now we've won this INOVA Award, which is also very important, and a validation of the road that we've been pursuing. We're also lucky enough to be finalists, top 5 finalists of the Epilepsy Foundation Shark Tank Award, which is one of the most prestigious awards in this field. And so that recognition was very, very, very important. And we traveled to the US and pitched there for that award. Unfortunately, we didn't win it, but we finished in the top 5, which is very, very important already. We, as part of the Lab to Market acceleration program at Technique, we spoke to various epilepsy foundations and associations, such as the Epilepsy Foundation and the Danny Did Foundation. And when we spoke to the Epilepsy Foundation, they recommended that we apply for this award, and it was actually the last day. And so we applied, and so among 40 projects that applied for this, we were among the top 5 selected, and this is an international award. So it was, and the prize was a $200,000 equity free prize, and so we were lucky enough to be selected, and we traveled to the US and pitched in Atlanta, Georgia, for this award. And it was a very important opportunity to speak with various health professionals and leaders in this field that now know about our solution, and so we're starting to get some international exposure in that sense, which is very important. Yes, we are currently raising funds from investors. So that's been a journey as well, a learning journey for me as well, to go from a research background to an entrepreneurial background. It's been very exciting, and I've been learning a lot in the process. We're now raising funds so that we can proceed with optimizing our product for industrial scalability, and then proceed with clinical validation studies. We were lucky with that Instituto Telecomunicações and our lab at Instituto Telecomunicações had already partnered with Hospital Santa Maria and Hospital Igreja Muniz, and so these long-standing partnerships were really helpful in developing this device. And we are now expanding to more hospitals in Lisbon and even abroad to do these studies in the best way possible. to then enter the market at the start of 2026 in Europe. So the hospital tests are really important because they help us get, or they let us get clinical validation for our device, which helps us get medical device certification as a Class 1 device. And then we will reach the market with a special focus on Europe and Germany and France, UK, as a device that's initially paid out of pocket, but then will be covered by insurance in the future to make sure we reach as many people as possible with a real focus on affordability and ensuring that the most people possible have access to this device. It's one of our, I'd say, 4 guiding principles, them being affordability, unobtrusiveness or invisibility, accuracy, and privacy preservation. So Lampsy very crucially preserves user privacy by design. It's one of our biggest values. And yeah, naturally affordability is very important because epilepsy is people with epilepsy are heavily subjected to social exclusion, unemployment, especially people with refractory epilepsy, that's pharmacoresistant epilepsy, people that don't respond to medication, have frequent seizures, and a lot of those people are at the margins of society. And so we want to make sure that we have ways to reach them through insurance reimbursement, through partnerships with epilepsy foundations like the Danny Did Foundation that provide grants for our devices, in any way that we can reach these people so they can also have an access to these devices that have significant potential to improve quality of life and even save lives. One of our biggest innovations is that we would be the first medically certified video-based seizure detection device. And video is very important because caregivers can have access to live video feeds of their children when they're being monitored, and doctors can have access to videos of seizures that can help them better diagnose the condition or better treat them. And this was possible because we've managed to create an algorithm that's very computationally efficient, and so it can run on very, very affordable hardware, which in turn helps us make something that is industrially feasible. Right, so this was a very big innovation. The other innovations were related to the algorithm in general. It's an algorithm that detects over 99% of seizures and detects also 3 times fewer false alarms than other alternatives. And we've achieved this through the use of machine learning techniques like independent component analysis and principal component analysis, as well as various machine learning classification and features.